Welcome, welcome, welcome. Wow. Yesterday was quite the day. I needed to begin my day with 40 money mantras because my day was quite full. It was energizing, it was full, it was rigorous, and there were some pressure points. And yet, yay, we got through it. I got through it. Met with the mastermind last night. Chef's kiss, exquisite. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're brand new here, I'm Reverend Valerie Love. And you know how we do. We are about magic, money, and spirituality, magic, money, and metaphysics here on this YouTube channel. Excuse the puffiness in my eyes because I was up late last night finishing an incredible project, an incredible book project that you all will be seeing very soon. And I am just so elated, thankful. It's a yes, it's a yes, it's a yes, it's a yes. All right, let's have a deep breath. Today is all about harmony. Harmony. Many years ago, I gave up balance for harmony. You may not be able to balance your life. Yesterday, the book required more of my attention, and so it received it. My life was not balanced yesterday, yet it was harmonized, meaning that all the parts of your life work well together, play well together. Your life is in harmony. Yes. Breathe and feel, be in harmony with the true self, in harmony with all that is, in harmony. There is a life we have chosen to live. This chosen life is a life of complete and utter fulfillment. This life is full of divine potential activated and used for the highest results. This divine life is a life that was ordained before the beginnings of time. This life is powered from beyond the space-time continuum. This life is a blissful life. This life is a joyful life. This life is a power-filled life, a courageous life, a rich life, a wealthy life, an in love life. So mote it be. Now, if you would be so kind, now that we have harmonized, if you would be so kind to share this experience we are having together, and I'm going to share now as well. Welcome. Welcome, family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just going to do a quick share. My eyes are a little puffy from being up late last night for good progress on the book, which good progress. Hold on. Okay. Share it on Clubhouse. Now, let's dive into harmony. Harmony. Oh, okay, good. Serenity Wellness Massage. Very good. Good, very good. Very good. Okay, excellent. That's between me and her. We know what that's about. Okay. let's go to harmony. 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 Take a screenshot if you desire. So you can have it in your phone or whatever you desire. Harmony. Harmony. Many of us do not live a life of inner and outer harmony. That ends today. Here's how you get your entire inner and outer life into harmony. I am in perfect and harmonious alignment with my soul. There is something greater than the human self. There is something that is expressing that is a divine self. Some would call it a soul. Some call it spirit. Professor Hoffman calls it conscious agents. Professor Hoffman, who is the incredible neuroscientist, evolutionary biologist, who together with another scientist, biologist, I believe his name is Prakash, Dr. Prakash, have come to the space where they have offered the theory of conscious realism. And this, through mathematics, has proven that the universe is not real, just as the quantum physicists, the 3 quantum physicists who won the Nobel Prize in 2022. Conscious realism says that consciousness is fundamental, not time, space, and not matter. We've been taught that matter was fundamental. And because we've been taught a lie, our whole systems, all our systems, faulty systems, are built on lies. And here is one example, the medical experience, because I delight in helping people be well and wealthy. In the medical experience, they treat matter and nothing beyond matter. They don't treat energy, whereas everything is energy, and spirituality has been saying that forever. Everything is energy. So there is really nothing else you could be other than energy. Yet they don't give you energy treatments in the hospital. Why? Because all the current sciences that we have, with the exception of quantum physics, with the exception of philosophy, spiritualities, of course, is not a hard science, as they would say, is based on a faulty premise. And the faulty premise that now quantum physicists are breaking down and saying, oh, hey guys, that's not true. That matter is fundamental. In other words, they believe in things like evolution, which I never believed in. That didn't make sense. They believe in evolution, and they believe that matter is the ground of reality. And somehow, because they've been able to observe neurons firing in the brain, somehow matter gives rise to consciousness. Somehow physical matter creates consciousness, not the other way around. This is what most scientists believe, that that's impossible. And now at this point, it is a religion because it has not been proven. Thus, we have what every scientist knows is called the hard problem. And what is it? Consciousness. It's a hard problem. No one solved it yet. Why? Because they're looking for it where it's not. They're trying to figure out how consciousness arises from matter. It doesn't. It's the other way around. Matter arises from consciousness, but people don't want to give on that. And they call it all kinds of names, just like they called Galileo all kinds of names and eventually killed him because he said, the earth is not at the center of the universe. Yeah, heretic. How dare you go against the church? Well, the church believes something, yet I have a telescope and I'm looking at it. So we give thanks for people like that. And the Dogon people of Africa, the star people who told us about Sirius B before anyone could see Sirius B. and they called it the heaviest star. And indeed, it is a dwarf planet that is a dwarf star that is super dense and heavy. And it's right there. No, Sirius C. A and B they knew about. C they didn't know about. Dogon people knew all about Sirius C. So we get to understand that there are things that we build our life upon that are not real. And then we wonder why our life is not harmonious. Because your life is not aligned with truth. Yes? So whenever we see that there is a disharmony, which would be dis-ease, disruption, all the disses and the misses and the mals, right? Mal meaning malevolent. These need to be disintegrated out of our life experience, disintegrated. Because of this inner harmony, money seems to flow to me effortlessly. Money flows to you effortlessly, not from you doing nothing. Money flows to you effortlessly because you have set up systems for that to happen. In addition to the inner work that causes this to be a reality. See, the inner work is cause, and then the actions bring about the effect. If you want an effect on the third dimension, beloved, you must do something on the third dimension. You must act. The realm of action must be done in the realm of consciousness or the dimension you desire the result in. If you desire a result in spiritual dimensions, to become more evolved, to be more peaceful, to be a more courageous person, not afraid of things, to be a greater magical practitioner because you have energized these potentialities within your consciousness. You want your word to have ashe in it, as they say, yes, in Africa, ashe, certain parts of Africa. Then you would do that work in the dimension where you desire for that work to be experienced, where the fruits are to be experienced. That would be in fifth dimension. On the dimensions do affect themselves, so affect each other. They're all interrelated and connected. So if you wanted to do that, you could also put your body into meditation, and you could put your body into yoga, and you could do that kind of body work on the third dimension, and that, yes, would travel as the energy travels up and down. And it doesn't look like up and down. We just say these to give us a mental model so that we can grasp esoteric ideas and make them practical. By divine design, I find that I'm always in the right place, offering the right service to the right people for the right energy exchange for all of us to succeed at the highest levels of accomplishment. Now, pay close attention to this. By divine design, what happens? Something magnificent happens when you are in inner harmony, creating outer harmony. What happens? By divine design, I find that I'm always in the right place. A big issue I had many years ago on this path was that I used to say to myself when I was sitting in certain situations, what am I doing here? I used to ask myself that question. Why? Because I was not in harmony with my soul or the great I am or true self or holy guardian angel or me. I wasn't in alignment with the spirit me, right? Give you a perfect example. When I found my first wand, which is a story that I was writing about for a book coming up, I was in Arizona. I was with three people. I was with my Baptist husband at the time. We're happily divorced. My Baptist husband, and I was with a couple who were good friends of ours. Four of us in Phoenix at the couple's house. And I had to get to Sedona. I had to get to Sedona, had the call to Sedona. And we were doing different things, and my Baptist husband and I, we had gone to Tucson. And I'm thinking, it's strumming in here, Sedona. Okay, we go to Grand Canyon. I saw a sign that said Sedona. I was like, there's the synchronicity telling you where to go. You can feel it. If you always go that way, you will be in harmony. Okay. We go to Phoenix because we went to different places. We rented a car. We were doing these different things. Went to Phoenix to see our friends. And there, visiting our friends in Phoenix, we had a rental car. I just said that. I'm sleepy. Don't mind the sleepy aspects of this conversation. So the friends told us, my husband kept looking at me like, she keeps talking about Sedona. Like, we're not going to Sedona. Like, we didn't even plan that. It's not part of the plan. We had a plan and we're executing our plan. And then Saturday we were Phoenix was the last part of the trip because we were flying out from Phoenix. And so we were just kind of staying in Phoenix and, hanging out with the family, hanging out with our friends just for a few days before we leave. Wasn't time to go to Sedona is what they told me. So my husband was always looking at me like, why do you keep talking about Sedona? I have to get there. Why? I don't know. And both of us are Libras. So he was looking at me like I had lost my mind. And I was looking at me like I had lost my mind, which is why he was looking at me like I had lost my mind. It wasn't on him, it was on me. Two Libras are extremely, that's like two Spocks. Okay? And now they're not likely to argue. They're just likely to say that doesn't make sense. Okay? They may debate, but Libras, it's kind of beneath us to argue. But anyway, and we're the diplomats. So we're always wanting people to be harmonized. The balancing of the scales doesn't always happen. So I was sitting here, me here, these three beings here, beautiful people, wonderful people, not at all harmonized with my life, who I truly am as a witch, what I'm about, why I'm here on the planet, who I'm to help. They're just not a match to that. Why? Because they matched the parts of me that were resisting the true me. That's what they matched. So they were looking at, not because they were trying to resist me. It's not because your friends and family don't like you, don't want to support you, think you're terrible, they love you. They just don't understand. So what is the solution? The solution is inner harmony. It says, because of this inner harmony, I find that I'm always in the right place. I wasn't in the right place because I would always look up and say, these people don't get me. What am I doing here? And the three of them were like, oh, no, no, no. Of course, my husband at the time was like, I just don't get it. Like, it just didn't make logical sense to him. Right? That's true. That's logical. And he wasn't supposed to get it. It wasn't his compelling. It was my inner call. It wasn't his. I didn't even understand it myself, and it's not explainable. So how are you going to explain it to someone else? You're not going to. The couple, they were being kind. They would say, oh my goodness, that's a long drive. Oh, your flight leaves. I was like, I'm going to go. Now we got all the way down to Friday night. I'm going to go tomorrow morning. Oh my goodness, your flight leaves tomorrow afternoon. Are you going? You all have to be at the airport at like 12 noon. You're going to be to Sedona and back. They were like, oh, that's a long ride. They were being helpful. And I said, I'm not going to be an hour, 2 hours drive from Sedona and not go to answer this, at least to find out what this is about, and go back home to the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia, 3,000 miles away or 2,000 miles away, wherever it was. I'm not going to go another 3,000 miles before I go these 100 miles. They were like, oh, this lady's going to do it. Okay. Then they just pretty much cleared out my way and said, oh, okay, she's going to do it. Okay. I woke up in the morning, 4 a.m. See, this is what happens. I wasn't at the place where my inner harmony had went soaked through to my whole entire life. But I promise you, in this spiritual path, it will. Your inner harmony will soak through to your entire life, and you will no longer look up and say, what am I doing here? You'll be at a party. I would be at a party, an event, anything with people. And I used to look around and say, why am I here? And spirit would say, or my true self would say, right? You're here because you have not yet accepted who you are. So I'm being mismatched. No, you're matching them because that's why they haven't accepted who you are, because you haven't accepted who you are. Ooh, wow. What should I do about that? Accept who you are, beloved. See the inner harmony? See, because the resistance and the fear will cause disharmony because you know that you're a witch, an energy healer, an herbologist. You know that, well, most of y'all are witches, right? If you're hanging out with this witch, you're probably a witch. Male, female, young, old, well, ain't no such thing as old, mature, whatever it is. You're probably a witch or a wizard or warlock, some kind of magical being. We don't even want to accept that because people think it's weird, and this is a very advanced society, quote unquote, that wants hard proof of everything, and they can easily slip into the hard lines of science and lose the mythology, the lore and the legend that answers the deep philosophical questions of why we're alive. Yes? So harmony. See, by divine design, I find that I'm always in the right place. That's what happens to me now. I just walk around and I'm like, yes. Sometimes we walk around and we're like, no. That's because the inner harmony is not there yet. That's all. And as you develop and cultivate inner harmony through meditation, through the no mind, through being still, through breathing, through yoga, as you cultivate the inner harmony, yes, then it propagates through your life, creating harmony in relationships, harmony in businesses, harmony in money, harmony in the home. So you'll find that you're always in the right place, offering the right service to the right people. Stop casting your pearls before swine if you still do that. Offer your services to the right people for the right energy exchange. This is where you would want to get my book, Charge More, ValerieLove.com/books. Charge More. It is an exact formula. This book has no fluff in it. It just gives you straight bullet points. Do this, do this, do this, do this. Then do this, do this, do this, do this. That it is the most, it doesn't have a lot of verbiage. It tells you exactly what to do to charge more in 30 days and get high fees. You can go from $100 fee, you can 10x your fees today. The next person that you talk to, rather than say fee for my services will be blank, say the fee for my services will be blank. It's a simple shift. And remember, charge more. When you go through the charge more methodology, I mean, it's what I use. And it works. Because in my early days of coaching, a client actually paid me $15 after a 60-minute love offering coaching session. That's when I decided to charge more. I was already using the charge more. I tell you in the book, I was already using the charge more methodology and my financial planning service, financial planning practice. And Ted Jenkins, whom I love to this day, he was the one that told me charge more. That's where it came from. And I tell you that story and I tell you what happened and I tell you how it happened. And that's your elevation that you can continue to have. That's what it means for the right energy exchange. You have to have the right energy exchange. You can't give them gold and they pay you for tin. If you give them gold, they've got to pay for gold. It's an energy exchange. For what to happen? For all of us to succeed at the highest levels of accomplishment. For all of us to succeed at the highest levels of accomplishment. That's what that's for. My wealth continues to grow at a staggering rate. And wealth takes many forms. And the most important form to me of wealth is health, energy and vitality, youthfulness and beauty in the body temple. That's first. Well, first is spiritual self. And the physical self. That's like front burner, right? And the other forms of wealth in relationships, wealth in assets, that you keep piling up more assets that are valuable. Not because you just want to hoard and pile up assets. No, because that's what naturally happens. Things naturally build as you continue building. It's amazing that alignment and harmony with my soul can create and manifest. It's amazing what alignment and harmony with my soul can create and manifest. I am thankful. Amen. Breathe. Now scan your inner landscape. Scan it, eyes closed, and see if you are in harmony or out of harmony. Scan. It just means everything's working well together. Your hormones are working well with your third eye. Your third eye is working well with your skin. Your skin is working well with the bacteria. Your toe is working well with your heel. Your mind is working well with your emotions. Your body is working well with your spirit. See, everything is simply harmonized. And by the way, harmony is natural. You don't have to try to make it. It's natural. If you do not create disharmony or disharmonious energies, if we are not housing discordant energies, it's natural to be in harmony. It's natural. Yes, the animals in harmony. Everyone knows, when I was in Kenya, everyone knows when the lions come, run. That's harmony. The whole herd. That's harmony, because that is the cycle of life, because they know the one with the limp one, the lame one, the newly born one, the old one, they're all going to get plucked off and they're at the periphery of the herd. No one in the middle of the herd gets eaten by a lion. No one. The ones who are at the periphery that couldn't be in harmony with the whole herd will fall to the lion for good reason, because the lion is clean up. I'm telling you, when I was on safari, harmonious. The monkeys are over here hopping all over the place. The lion is in harmony with the hippo. The lion and the hippo don't have any problem with each other. None. You find no problems in nature. Man, humankind, are the only beings who can bring disharmony. You never see the birds out of harmony. So, what we're saying is stop housing and sourcing discordant energies. Discordant is not a word. Discordant, pardon me, I'm sleepy. It's up late writing. Stop housing discordant energies and instead choose to drop those energies, eliminate those energies, especially the energies of fear, anger, guilt, shame, irritation, all those energies. They're discordant and they're causing issues in the body temple. Yay! Serenity Wellness Massage. I have the book. Thank you, Reverend Val. Ooh, going to deep dive into this today. Ooh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness. FD 1111 Ministries. Hit the like button. Come on, family. Smash up the likes. Smash that like button, baby. Smash up the shares. Smash it up. Who is going to live, move, express, create, love, care for, nurture, move powerfully through the world today from a space of inner harmony? Who's going to do that? Who's going to walk about? That's our word for today, harmony. Who's going to do that? Let's make a pact together. Chat, who's going to do that? Let's make a pact together. Who's going to do that? I believe in us. We can do it. Who's going to do it? I'm going to do that today. Yes, yours truly. I am going to do that for myself. Yes. And for the whole universe, because we're all in this consciousness together, this fundamental consciousness. We're all in it together. Me too, Sharifa. Me too. I'm going to work from that space. Black women stand up. I love it. The hit the like button dance. Yes. Darla. Yes, I'm going to do that. I love it, Darla. Ooh, Journey with Josephine. I love that. I am. Oh my goodness. Yes, family. Yes, yes, yes. That is our mantra for today. That is our spiritual practice for today. I'll see you tomorrow for day 23. We're already almost more than halfway through 40 Money Mantras. I can't believe how fast it's going. These 8 weeks are going so fast. And after these 8 weeks, we have another 8 weeks. I'll give you the date, the specific date. We have another 8 weeks of 40 money spells. Woo, woo. Love you. Have a beautiful day. Don't forget to register for the Christian Witches Convention. You only have 2 weeks for tickets, and tickets are selling, and the space is filling up. And I want you to be in this space. This space is so lovely and so beautiful. And I want you to be in the rituals with us because I am charged and love and called to and drawn to, just like I was drawn to Sedona, to do public rituals for Christian witches. I love you. Mwah. That's at christianwitches.com. I'm going to put it in the chat because it's just that important before we complete. And then we're going to have our beautiful, harmonious day. We're going to have our beautiful, harmonious day. ChristianWitches.com. And now let's go to our beautiful, harmonious day. Peace and harmony.